Hello, and welcome to another episode of Animation 3 playing Zero Builds Fortnite Chill Mode. That's all I ever do is chill mode. No serious competition here, just relaxation and chit chat. Today I have my Argentina colors on today. Just loot up a little bit here, quick, and then I'll start talking. Hopefully I won't die too soon, but I think I already saw somebody close by. Yep. I don't know if they're moving though. They don't look like they're moving. Okay, that was too easy. They must have left the computer. Anyways, today's episode is going to talk a little more about me personally. All my other episodes have basically given you some idea of my background, my history, my upbringing. And now today I wanted to share with you what my God-given talents and abilities have allowed me to do. Over the years, and my next episode will tie in everything together to let you know the direction that I'm heading now because of my experiences and my my skills and abilities. So today we're going to talk about creatives. I'm a creative person. I've been doing art since I was really little. I have studied multiple areas of different creative fields in my lifetime, including drawing and painting, doing sketches, ceramics, calligraphy, photography, graphic arts. I sang in the choir for many years. I played piano for 4 years. I worked in the display advertising area of my local newspaper. I took art classes in 4-H and entered competition there. Um, I did signage, painted signage, drew and painted signage for the 4-H sheep project. I worked for a furniture and home decoration company where I worked in the shop, working the drill press and sanded little items and stained and painted wood crafts. I mean, you name it, I've pretty much tried it. So, with all that said, my biggest interest always was commercial art. So, in high school, they had five years worth of courses that you could take in four-year high school. So I took all 5. I was constantly, doing screen printing and designing things to print. So working at a light table was a normal thing for me throughout high school. And in high school, I took a lot of those other courses I mentioned earlier, like calligraphy and ceramics and so in doing all of that, and right around 1995 when I first started playing video games and became interested in active worlds where you could build your own world in there. That also pushed me into the direction of learning website design. So I taught myself how to do basic coding for websites. So I do know HTML coding. I started teaching myself JavaScript as well, but in having to move during that time, I kind of gave that up. So, but I continue to make web pages to this day now. It's much easier to do now than it was then. You don't have to use too much HTML anymore manually. So I still do that, and I also make a lot of graphic arts. I do thumbnails. I do ads. I've worked a little bit with AI art as well. I had spent about a year using that just because I was curious about it, but I still prefer real art as opposed to using AI art whenever possible. So somebody's shooting me and I really don't feel like shooting you. What do you want? Leave me alone. Okay, fine. You want to shoot out? We'll have a shootout then. Just have to start over again. We'll just have to start over again. Anyhow, so it's kind of weird, but my art history has kind of brought me full circle now, because I started out doing a lot of um, graphic arts, and now that's mainly what I do now as well. So um, I started learning digital art, but I had to give that up temporarily. But I might go back to that in the future too, so I can draw my own things from scratch. But for now, I mainly use Canva to do the majority of my graphic arts. So. Um, I wasn't expecting this to happen either in my life at this age, but after becoming interested in learning Spanish, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, then I was introduced to the music industry. And because of that, now I also have incorporated that into my future plans as well, which I'm going to touch on more tomorrow in my next video. But mainly, right now I have some college courses that I took now in the music industry, in the business side of things, because I'm a business person as well, so because of my entrepreneurial spirit, which I talked about also in another video of mine previously. So it's all tying together, and in my next video I will show you how, like, pretty much my entire life has built me up to this point that I'm at right now, and it's given me a clear direction as to where I'm supposed to go now from here. So, and I don't like really I wouldn't say I favor any one particular area of creativity. I like them all. They all have, they all have their own value, and they all have their own special place in this world, obviously. But for me, I have been in every area, which allows me to collaborate or understand creatives in where they're at in their careers, and what they might be needing or seeking as far as their next steps. Sometimes it's just encouragement that some of them need, because creatives are not they're not valued like they should be. They're not paid the way they should be. This whole notion of being a starving artist, and that is ridiculous to me, and I know that many of them cannot afford to have somebody in their corner to negotiate for them, make sure they're not getting ripped off. All they want to do is create. Most creatives are that way. That's how they are. They just want to create, and they don't want to be bothered with the legalities and the technicalities of putting their stuff out there and wanting to make a living. So that's where I come in. That's the whole goal of what I'm going to share with you tomorrow, and to why everything that has happened to me, everything that I've experienced, and everything that I've studied has been very important, even when I didn't see it in the past. So that's what I'm going to share tomorrow. So, yeah. Right now, I'm going to try to win this game this time. I think out of all the videos I've created so far, I think I've won 2 games while I was talking about my things. Which I didn't even expect that, but consistency is key. I do play a certain way, like there's a certain way that I have my strategy. and it really works for me, because many times I'll at least be in the last top 5 people left on the map. So that's all I strive for, and if I win, I win. If I don't get upset about it. So we have 48 people left yet, so that's quite a bit. Yeah. Some of the jobs that I've had in the past too have really prepared me for this time in my life too, that I didn't realize until I look back at it now. Because I've had so many jobs too, and I see how businesses run and operate. This, oh, here comes somebody. These things to me is just basic business ethics, because it is so lacking in this day and age. And it's a really big problem for creatives, because they're constantly getting ripped off or feel guilted into giving away their works for free, things like that, and that bothers me. That bothers me. It shouldn't. That's the talent that they were born with. So, and even if they weren't born with it, some of them just practice it and have skills that are just beyond most people's capabilities, and they should be compensated for that, you know. So those are some of the things that I'm gonna speak about tomorrow also, and if you look at the links in my profile on YouTube, you'll notice that I have a Discord server, and if you don't do anything else, I just ask that you consider joining that server, because um, that's where stuff's gonna happen. That's where everything's gonna happen. That's where all the updates are gonna happen. Um, and that's the beginning of my community there. Uh, that's gonna show people what this is going to turn into. So, yeah. Now I got a problem because I went the wrong direction. I'm gonna have to fly out of here again. It's alright, no, that's alright. That's alright. Come back here and we'll hit you with my chainsaw. You must have had no help, buddy. That shouldn't have been that easy. Okay, we're in the circle now. Yeah. I need some more shield. Let me fly a little bit here. It's gonna take too long to run all that. Where's some loot when you need it? Oop, I see footprints. Why is there two sets? There should only be one. Ooh, 16th place. Alrighty, well. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for my next video. It's gonna be an important one. So, we'll see you there. Bye bye.